Good evening and welcome to it. This is Chess and Wine. My name is AD Bila, and here to talk about a very special chess federation in our country, a very special region in the country, and that is Cape Town Chess Federation, former Western Province Chess Federation. We know that if there's a trendsetter in chess, in the chess communities in the country, if there's one chess community that is solid, that is tight-knit, close-knit. I'm not saying that there are no clashes. I'm not saying that there are no arguments, there are no differences in opinions and so forth within the members. But I'm just saying that if every federation were to follow in their footsteps, South African chess, in fact, as a whole will be, even if we could have like 10 different federations that are following on the footsteps of Cape Town Chess Federation. And I'm speaking specifically about Cape Town Chess Federation right now, because I know Bujanala is also a very big trendsetter, and especially in terms of the prizes and the size of the tournaments. Bujanala is also on its way up there, the next to Cape Town. But maybe even better than Cape Town in terms of the prizes. But here's something about Cape Town that's very special. It's the consistency. It's the longevity of this. The culture is so ingrained, the chess culture in Cape Town, and the chess, especially the Cape Town chess community. The history is so rich. I mean, they have one of the longest running chess league. I think they are the only ones with such a big chess league that has been consistently running for years and years. And that actually is a testament to the existence of the strength even of the clubs that exist within that federation. So it's not just a federation because apparently, because some federations actually behave like clubs. I mean, I remember in one interview with Mr. Mahomula where he actually said something like this, that in Limpopo it was like that for a time, and maybe it's still. But yeah, there are some regional federations that are run like clubs, where there's only a few people that make decisions, and there is no council of clubs because there are no other clubs. Maybe there's 1 or 2, 3 clubs that are active within that region. But in Cape Town, looking at the size of the chess league, you know that there's a lot of strong, well-led clubs in that region. And the reason why I'm actually coming to this is because you would think that there are no clashes in Cape Town, in the Cape Town Federation. So here's the thing. Actually, we've been thinking about this because I remember that the last election in Cape Town, this is just my opinion, right? So obviously I stand to be corrected. But the last election that was held in Cape Town was when Mr. Buiten van Staden was elected as the president, right? And then he served, and then through him, obviously, we got the Cape Town Masters Challenge. I think that's one of his brainchild and so forth. And again, it just shows you that when you've got such a pool of leaders that whenever one takes on the throne, they know that they want to use it. They know they want to make a difference. People don't want to go up to be leaders, to be president, just for the name, just to be the signatories, just for the to buy face. People go there because they want to make a difference, and that's why they come up with some things to do, something to keep the community going, to keep the community engaged and so forth. And just to show that even if you are such a good leader and do such good things for players or for the community itself, when you lead a community like that is so strong, whenever people don't agree with you, again, this actually points to the fact that some federations are ran by what do we call this, puppet masters, right? Where there's someone at the top that says, this is now this person's turn, that is now this person's turn, and you never know what's going on, and there's always maybe 1 or 2 people that are eligible to actually take up the leadership role. But then as soon as the Cape Town community, especially the players, the senior players, started to feel that Buiten van Staden was not doing what was beneficial to their players, they started looking at him as a parent, and then they felt it's time for a vote of no confidence. And they actually initiated that and then executed, and they voted him out. And then he was replaced by Dr. Omar Esau. We all know Dr. Omar Esau as well. We also had an interview with him here and about his history. He's an honorary lifetime president for schools chairs in South Africa. Again, the caliber of leadership that obviously is represented by such characters as Dr. Omar. He takes on office as well. He runs things. The thing is, When a community is this strong, it's not a matter of respecting a person because of their title, respecting a person because of their name and so forth. It's respecting them for what they can do for the community, for what they can do for the sport, right? And Dr. Ouma obviously took over, and after a while, they started to feel like, there's something amiss about his leadership, about him, about things that are happening. I heard rumors that there was some financial misconduct there. I mean, it's never been confirmed. But obviously, after that, what happened was Dr. Ouma Esau resigned. And after his resignation, his secretary and treasurer followed him, and they also resigned. But that didn't stop Cape Town Chess from going on. Because even after that, the programs, they still continue. Cape Town Chess Federation is still strong. And then now, Llewellyn, right? Mr. Llewellyn Louw took over as the acting president. And even now, with him as acting president, we know that they are still watching this because there's a community of players, of people, of players that are involved, right? It's a community of clubs that are actively involved, actively engaged. And to vote you out does not mean that you are outcasted. You're now no longer a member of the community. No, you go back to your club. You go back to, to redevelop yourself. You go back to play a role in your club that you're obviously meant to be playing. You were there because you were brought by the role that you were playing in your club. And your club still exists and they still need you, so go back. And you go back to being a player as well. That is one thing I like about it. Because I know Burton van Staden as a player. I've seen him playing in a few tournaments. Even in the Mojo Extravaganza, we know Dr. Ouma Esau was a player because he was playing also in the Cape Town Masters Challenge as well. Even Llewellyn Louw, the one that is now an acting president, he's a player as well. Cape Town Chess Federation is led by players who are, yes, of course, also parents because we've grown up, right? You've got... So again, obviously, sometimes when you're a parent, you start thinking like a parent. I'm thinking now, I'm trying to think it back to what happened with Burton van Staden. Because if I remember correctly, it was a thing that started the disagreement, or maybe it was other things, but the one that actually was made aware of was the issue of limiting certain rated players, restricting them from playing higher than their rating. And they know that there are some players who are much stronger than their rating, and they just need to go play higher so that they can gain the rating to prove how strong they are. So I think Burton's executive had this policy where they were saying that players of certain ratings cannot play above a certain section and so forth. But obviously this is just it's not the entire story, but it's just so you understand where it all started. But again, now the thing is, the reason why I actually wanted to speak about it is because Cape Town Masters happened. And it was a success. And it was a time of some political turmoil in Cape Town, but no one was even aware of it because things went on smoothly. The event went on, from the 10th, was it the 10th of January where we got, where we see the resignation letter or a letter where they're calling for members of the community, especially in the council, to now start nominating people to fill up the position because they want to co-opt other members, because now there are 3 resignations from the chairperson, the president, the secretary, and the treasurer. It will obviously shake a federation up, right? And this federation seems a bit shaken, but the consistency of the programs. They hosted a grandmaster who is still with them around. Guess what they're doing now? What's going to be happening on the 25th of January? That's the following weekend. They're going to be having a chess indaba, which is going to be presented by obviously by the Grandmaster Sergei Drigalov. Can you believe that? The programs that they come up with, the fact that their leadership is always thinking of what they can do for their players. They're looking at opportunities and seeing, this is how we can keep our players engaged. This is how we can improve our chess community. This is how we can develop our community further. And the fact that they're working closely with the Western Cape government is also something special. But honestly though, Cape Town Chess Federation is just an inspiration. Cape Town Chess Federation, it just shows you that when the culture becomes strong, when the culture grows, that everybody that's growing from, because you know that most of the players that are now adult players grew up in the culture, grew up as the junior players there, and now they're up there and they're involved in the clubs, and they can be involved in the leadership. And even the seniors that are in leadership are also not just mere, they're not nobodies. They are people with names. They are people with a history, with historical involvement in chess, with a track record of playing. There are people who we know up. When you can have so many people that are passionate about the sport, have so many leadership qualities, and still be involved, and still be willing to be led by a suitable leader. And when they feel that this particular leader is not taking the chess community towards the proper direction or the direction that they envision together as a council, because they always have active councils. And how do you keep an active chess council? By having leagues, federation leagues, like the Cape Town Chess League, which is one of the largest. I keep emphasizing that. And it consistently keeps going on. And people think they don't want to have chess leagues because there are not enough prizes. But the aim of having a chess league is to build a stronger chess community. We see tournaments. People meet every once in a while. Some regions you have a tournament once every 3 months, every 2 months. Some regions, yes, once every month, but it's once a month. But it's always in different spaces, like distances and so forth. But with the leagues, it encourages this meetings. It's like chess meetings. Leagues, there is enough time for people to get to know one another. The tension is not as much because it's team events even. It's not that tense, it's a bit relaxed, but it's still competitive. But with the chess tournament, I mean, sometimes for some players, it's a bit tense, it's different. And I'm not saying I discourage having tournaments. Tournaments are very good. But chess leagues are even better. And the awards, my goodness, Cape Town Awards, every now and then, every year we see consistently again. The thing is, even when the entire Chess South Africa was in disarray, in a state of disarray, like where everything seemed to be dysfunctional, chess was still alive in the Western Cape, especially in Cape Town Chess Federation. While all the other, it's like, if we could learn anything from Cape Town Chess Federation, it should be this thing of keeping the culture alive, of keeping the clubs active, visible. Because other regions, clubs are only visible when it's time for voting, when it's time for... You will see now, Nelson Mandela Bay is going to be having their award ceremony, the Nelson Mandela Day of the Stars or Night of the Stars or something like that, which is going to be obviously, it's meant to be for registered clubs. And then next thing you will have other members saying, we were locked out because, and then the issue might be they were locked out because they are not registered. They are active. There may be clubs that are functioning around, but are they registered with the federation? Because other federations, you only see clubs active when it's time for voting. Because when it's time for voting, I was surprised to see in Etanzini or in the region, when there was time for voting, there were like 10 clubs that were appearing. We were like Buffalo Chess Club, I'm like, who? Elephant Chess Club, whoa. There's Dolphins Chess Club. What the heck? I was like, there's people just like, let's come up with the name of the club and just go vote. We put ourselves together, we just go vote. But then afterwards they disappear. It would have been nice if they did that and then afterwards they remained active. But people just did that, like, hey, Buffalo Chess Club, we're voting. Elephant Chess Club, hey, Dolphins Chess Club. What is that? You chess club, the Lions or something. It's so crazy. And then after that, the executive that is voted by those Buffalo Chess Clubs and things and so forth is not active. It's not doing anything. When you ask questions, now we're planning something for next year. And next year has come. What now? Are the clubs engaged? Are the council members engaged? Are there any activities that are keeping the members aware of their roles, they're aware of the fact of their leaders, aware of who they go to when they need what, and things like that? So, anyway, this was actually only meant to be something to announce that the Cape Town Chess Federation is going to be holding a chess Indaba. Now think about that. A chess Indaba, an Indaba to have some developmental discussions between club leaders. So each club is going to be sending two members, or up to 2 members, right? And then obviously they're going to learn something, they're going to teach something, they're going to contribute to that meeting in that Indaba, and then they'll take something out of it and bring it back to their clubs. And again, in that way, chess continues. Everybody goes back to play their role. But the fact that they are thinking about what to do, how to keep the clubs engaged, how to Man, that is so inspirational. But obviously, when I saw the thing, my first thought was, you want to use a Grandmaster to do a developmental indaba. Why not use a Grandmaster to offer some high performance training for the top juniors, though, the top promising players that you have in the province, in the region especially? Helping them boost their level up to the level. And I'm thinking maybe they thought about that and they spoke to Drigalov and like, I played these players and I can tell you that they have what it takes in terms of skill. It's just a matter of mental shifting. I don't know. I just saw a discussion between Grandmaster Niemann, Hans Niemann, and I am Levy, the Gotham guy. And they were saying that Gotham could actually become a GM within the next year if only he could change his mindset. Whoa, so that's that mindset training that people are talking about that we need, that maybe some players need in order to reach the next level. Start thinking like a GM before you become a GM. And then they have a discussion of going to Africa to donate some chess pieces. I'm like, is that what they think about when they think of Africa, when in chess pieces? Why can't they come and donate experience, donate their knowledge, and come and hold a high performance training for the international masters and FIDE masters, or maybe even some top junior CMs in Africa, so that they help produce the next GM in Africa instead of just coming in to donate pieces? Come on. Pieces are easy, man, now. What we need is the mindset of a Grandmaster, the skills, the training to get our players to the next level. Because some of them seem to be here to be coming close to hitting a ceiling that can be broken just by a change of the mindset that the Grandmasters can be useful for. But anyways, shout out to Cape Town Chess Federation, all the players and all the members of the chess community of Cape Town Chess Federation. You guys are an inspiration. I mean, like the fearlessness, the visibility, the strength, the commitment, the passion for the sport. You see, whenever they've got events in Cape Town. Anyway, this is it for me. This is Chess and Wine. So this is just an opinion piece, or just a shout out to Cape Town Chess Federation, and to let you know that they are holding a chess indaba. And the registration closes on the 21st of January. Details on the screen. Good evening.